The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. But today, no waiting around. We jump right into an AFC North battle in Week 1, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Set to go now on a wet and rainy afternoon. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. To the air, Williams. That's downfield. He's got Loveland. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Here's Williams. Catch is made by Metcalf. A good pickup there at 22.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up 1st and goal.
In the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. DK Metcalf. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are on the board here first in the season opener. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he returns this to the 22. Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for a play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They had what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Man, just couldn't hang on to the slant. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Good work after the catch. Going to net them 23 and a first.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Sheds off the tackle. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 35.
You get a rookie tight end who can run like this, it just gives this offense a different dimension than they've had. It's going to be fun to watch his development and how this offense expands as this season moves along.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Henry will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Charles, and now the ball's out. Funnel near midfield. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. He'll find Metcalf. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path. A significant number.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On play action, here's Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Roman Wilson, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Wright's got it. Down the left sideline. And down to the 27-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. That one to the right side and incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Second and 10. He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Flowers. And he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
And less than a yard. 19 tight. 19 tight. 18. Behind it.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown! From 17 yards out. And the Ravens take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. And it's blocked. The Steelers get it. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I need your help on this one. We just saw an extra point blocked. Do you think the rain had anything to do with it getting blocked?
Everything goes a little bit slower, but I'll tell you what, the snap and the hold, they look good.
Yeah, and most of the time, I love when you bring that up about it getting slower. It's deliberate when it gets slower, right? Because you have to go through it a little bit more. You want to be just a little bit more careful catching the ball, putting it down, and giving them a chance to kick it.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to that.
And he loses the football a second time. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Misdirection's the key on this play. They line up with 3 receivers to the opposite side of the tight end, and they're all going to work their way across the field and let the tight end slip underneath against flow the other way. They're banking that he can get lost, and that's exactly what happened as they pick up the first down.
Throw caught by Flowers. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have moved out in front. They'll try and throw for it. It's complete. And he is not going to make it to the goal line. So the defense holds, and this remains a 5-point game.
Steelers 14. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Charles, you got to think the number one goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And that is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Williams. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And the Ravens are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. That is caught. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 20-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
Ready up.
Back to throw now on first down. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a give, running left is right. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens are able to stretch out their lead.
26, Steelers 14.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
On the return, the Steelers take over 1st and 10.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
46-yard line.
Throwing is Williams. Pass caught right side by Loveland. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Ravens' 26-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Williams. Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
That's another Steelers 32. Down. 1st and goal, Pittsburgh.
Warren, touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, we'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. See if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now back to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held him to an okay game.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They go play action here on first down. It's caught. It's Flowers. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Steelers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Here's Williams. He'll try and do this himself. That's caught. The tight end Loveland with it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it fourth down.
What is up?
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. To throw, Williams. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
To throw, it's Williams. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
To the air, Williams. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. DK Metcalf, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers have retaken a third quarter lead. And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2.
conversion.
Williams going to throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a three-point game. Instead, it will stay at one.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for two too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up two, right? So field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for two here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 2nd and 6. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives for you.
47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And they get him to the ground quickly, but he's out near midfield at the 49-yard line.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They had 2 straight first downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 1.
He's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 4.
Watch out.
Now run straight ahead with 1.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Warren, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Steelers will add to their fourth quarter lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. In just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll look to throw here.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And they wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
24 yards to gain there. Another first down as well.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They'll drop to throw.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice job escaping the pocket. Boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Trying to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
Back to throw again. And the throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Now he's going to step up and run.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game.
And the Ravens have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
79 Broncos.
They'll try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Patrick Queen.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Steelers first down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Williams with a little touch pass forward.
Taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little top pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw is Williams. Wilson's got it on the crossing route.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 28. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. A handoff for Warren.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Deebo Samuel taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers are able to add on to that lead.
Ravens 41,
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts, so the middle of the field, that should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
They'll set up a throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Here's 1st and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Steelers 41, Ravens 38.
Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he's across for the touchdown, and in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going, and as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Boswell good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Cowboy 80, 7 Pirates. Go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Finding Walker complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you've often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
Mustang 19.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. DK Metcalf with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Steelers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
On the return, the Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into Week 1, because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
And incomplete here. So that will leave them with 16 on the clock.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Steelers are going to have a short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach.
And this is caught. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final plays. so it doesn't affect the outcome. Put a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines.